The Night of Tears. The Chibok girls' kidnapping. It was a dark and quiet night in Chibok, a small town in northeastern Nigeria. The year was 2014, and the town was peaceful, with everyone preparing for bed. But little did they know, a group of militants from Boko Haram were planning to attack the town. Their target was the government girls' secondary school, where over 270 girls were sleeping in their dormitories. At around 11 p.m., the militants arrived at the school armed with guns and explosives. They broke into the dormitories, shouting and firing their guns. The girls were terrified, screaming and crying as they tried to escape. But the militants were too strong, and they quickly rounded up the girls and loaded them onto trucks. One of the girls, Sarah, was 17 years old. She was a bright and ambitious student, with dreams of becoming a doctor. But on that fateful night, her dreams were shattered. As the militants drove the girls away from the school, Sarah couldn't help but think of her parents and her younger brother. She wondered if she would ever see them again. The girls were taken to a remote forest, where they were forced to sleep on the ground without food or water. They were beaten and abused by the militants, who told them that they would be married off to Boko Haram fighters. As the days turned into weeks, the girls were forced to endure unimaginable hardships. They were subjected to physical and emotional abuse, and many of them fell due to the harsh conditions. But despite the trauma they experienced, the girls never gave up hope. They prayed and sang together, holding on to the memories of their families and their old lives. Back in Chibok, the girls' families were frantic with worry. They had no idea where their daughters were or whether they were still alive. Sarah's mother, Rebecca, was beside herself with grief. She had lost her husband a few years ago, and now she had lost her daughter. She didn't know how she would cope. As the news of the kidnapping spread, the world was shocked and outraged. The hashtag #BringBackOurGirls went viral on social media, with people from all over the world demanding that the Nigerian government do more to rescue the girls. But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, the girls were still nowhere to be found. Many of them were forced to marry Boko Haram fighters, and some were even forced to carry out suicide bombings. The Chibok girls' kidnapping was a tragedy that shocked the world. It highlighted the brutality and cruelty of Boko Haram and the need for urgent action to protect the girls and other vulnerable communities in Nigeria. Even today, many of the Chibok girls are still missing, and their families continue to suffer. But their story is a powerful reminder of the resilience and courage of the human spirit, and the need for us to stand together against injustice and oppression. To stay informed about rich and complex history of Africa, to discover the fascinating stories and events that have shaped Africa's history, follow Chronicles of African History for engaging content, and like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date. Thank you